Good morning, class 8. Today we have compound interest. So first of all, today I will explain what is compound interest. You might have heard the name of simple interest, and these five terms, and these are the formulas. And if you understand all these things, it will help you to solve the question. So before solving the question of compound interest, we should learn what is principal, what is interest, what is rate, what is term, what is amount, and these are the formulas I suppose you must have used when you have solved the question of simple interest. Now first of all you see the principal. My dear students, many people, or you can say almost all the people, take some money as a loan from either a person or from any institution to start the business, and it is decided between the two what will be the interest if the persons are involved in this amount. So the amount means the money that is lent or borrowed. The money which is lent or borrowed is called principal. Principal, yani any person, if you or anybody takes money from anybody, that is called principal. So principal is the amount which is lent or borrowed. You can find the meaning of the word lent and borrow. So wherever you find the new word, you will try to find the meaning from the dictionary. You can use the dictionary wherever, in which any subject. Difficult word you will note and you will try to understand. So principal समझ गया कि principal is that money which is borrowed by someone or lent by someone. So that is called principal. Interest. My dear students, if a person gives loan to anybody, so this means he or she wants to earn some money, and there is a condition, there is a provision between them that after 1 year or 2 years or whatever time, the extra money he has to pay. The borrower has to pay extra money on the money borrowed to the lender. Because if no extra money will be given by the borrower to the lender, so who will give you loan? So that is interesting point. So you should learn the extra money along with the money borrowed, that is returned after the fixed interval of time, that is called interest. Now if you taken ₹100 for 2 years suppose, and rate of interest, rate is given generally in percentage per year, per month maybe, so that is decided between the lender and borrower. And the rate of interest, so suppose after 2 years, if you give 50 rupees extra, so this 50 extra money that is given, that is returned along with the principal, along with the money which is borrowed, which is lent. That extra money is called interest. So I suppose you have understood what is the meaning of interest. Rate of interest is given generally in percentage. Suppose 5% per annum. Per annum means yearly. So what do you understand by this? You should understand the ₹5 is the interest on ₹100 for 1 year. This is the meaning of 5% per annum. समझ में आ रहा है? So rate is generally given in percentage. As percentage chapter you must have learned. So 5% per annum means if you if you take 100 rupees loan from anybody, so you have to pay 5 rupees extra after 1 year. 5 rupees extra. And time, you know, the time for which you are taking the money, you are taking the loan, that is time. It may be given in year, may be given in month, may be given in days. And if time is given in days, you have to convert into year, dividing by 365. Or if the time is given in month, you will divide by 12 to convert into year. So I suppose all these things you must have understood in the previous classes. And amount means, many guys example me, 100 rupees is principal given and 50 rupees extra money, so that 150. And this is called amount. Amount means principal plus interest. Interest is included in the principal, that is called amount. Amount यहाँ पर clear होना चाहिए कि amount का मतलब वो amount नहीं जो हम money से संबंध रखते हैं. Amount means the amount of interest. The money which is given as interest added to the principal, that is called amount. So these are the 5 terms I have explained: what is principal, what is interest, rate of interest, time and amount. And these formulas, I suppose no need, because chapter is compound interest. And this interest, my dear student, that is calculated on the money for which. Suppose the money is 500 for 3 years, so this principal cannot change. But nowadays, in some institution, the interest after 1 year or after 6 months or after 3 months, that interest is added to the principal. And that amount becomes the principal for the next time. That is called compound interest. Compound का मतलब समझना चाहिए. Compound का मतलब क्या होता है? Compound means इसको I don't know, I don't understand, you will understand better in Hindi. इसको कहते हैं चक्रवृद्धि ब्याज. I don't know whether you understand this word or not. So compound interest का मतलब the interest is added to the principal, the money borrowed, the money lent, and for 1 year or 2 years, that is mentioned. And after 1 year, this interest is added to the principal. That amount becomes the principal for the next time. And similarly, it carries on. So इसको कहते हैं compound interest. और सिंपल इंटरेस्ट का ये फार्मूला आप बनाए होंगे. इंटरेस्ट इज इक्वल टू इंटरेस्ट, जहां भी हम बोल रहे हैं, दैट इज सिंपल इंटरेस्ट. दैट कैनॉट बी अंडरस्टूड एज ए कंपाउंड. कंपाउंड, the interest is compound, that will be mentioned. And if no mention, interest, simple or compound, understood, that is some simple interest. So what is the difference between simple interest and compound interest? The difference is that in simple interest, the interest is calculated for the time for which money is borrowed, and that principal does not change. That principal remains same for 2 years or 3 years or 4 years or 5 years, whatever. But in compound interest, the interest is added after either annually or after 6 months or after 3 months, that is decided. So in bank also the interest is given compound interest, and therefore, and so this interest means, so I was explaining what is the difference between simple and compound. Simple interest added only on the principal, that is for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. And if the interest is added to the principal and that amount becomes the principal for the next time, that is the compound interest. So today I have explained what is this term, principal, interest, rate of interest, time and amount, and what is the difference between simple and compound interest. Tomorrow and next time I will try to solve the question, how will you find the solution? But you should try to understand all these things before starting this chapter. So thank you and have a nice day.